that puts the spotlight on these two great institutions as we wait to see who will walk out with a sharp piece of hardware. Glad to have you with us from Huntington Bank Stadium. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The Golden Gophers have one of the most unique on-campus stadiums in college sports. Formerly playing in the Vikings home field, now back on campus, Huntington Bank Stadium has brought that college spirit back to Minnesota. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Badgers offense will have the first possession of the game. A lot of tight finishes when the Gophers and the Badgers battle for the Axe. Minnesota taking a tight one last time out.
And I promise you, Wisconsin's heard about that all year long. Minnesota getting the Axe a year ago. You see the film, you see the highlights of it, Palmer, and you want to change that starting today.
Yeah, and I think Minnesota's expecting Wisconsin's biggest punch and their best punch in this game. You're going to get it anyway because this is the biggest rivalry game they play all year, but because of how last year finished and winning that game so close, they knew Wisconsin was going to come out firing in this game.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Throwing Joseph. He's got the back in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. On the left side, here's Coleman. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Got his man in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Joseph unloads to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Taylor has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Get it out to the supersonic guy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel-type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
To the air, it's Lindsey. Here comes the heat. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. high and away, headed toward the sideline, just the way he drew it up. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Running inside, it's Dupree. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. On the run, it's Dupree. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. It's 3rd and 5. Throwing Joseph. Fires to the right. Got his man all by himself. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Harris. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
Great. Solo.
Tradition a huge part in college football, and this rivalry has its place among the very best. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Joseph. They'll run the screen. He's going for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And we got something different, guys, here in the second quarter. We got points, right? No points in the first quarter. Both defenses had their footing. Now, offense finally strikes. Gets something going. Gets down here on the fringe, too, inside the 30. Capitalizes on it. Gets a touchdown. And we got our first score of the football game.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Grab near the marker, it's Tracy. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Taylor. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. All this intensity, all this build-up for an axe. What kind of axe do you have at your place, David?
Well, I have the body spray, but no, this rivalry obviously means so much. These programs are built so similar to each other. So many tough guys on this football field wanting to come out here and swing that axe.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Gets the back moving. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Joseph on the play action. Fires left. Finds his man. It's Kearney. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Badgers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. They're going to run it. Maybe a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Making side adjustments here. Going to the running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. Throwing Joseph. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. To the air, it's Lindsey. Right on the money, fighting off the defender. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Joseph. With the catch, it's Kearney. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Here's a heat. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. They didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22. Great place to start for this offense. Taylor has it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Plows through the defense. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, that field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Throwing Joseph. He turns that loose down the right side.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll throw it. The short hands. It's Rigby. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Here's the pressure. Took care of it himself. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Might be calling a hot route. Joseph. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's start with South Alabama going up against Appalachian State. And it's the Jaguars coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. That'll cap off the regular season with a mark of 7-5 and a shot at a bowl. Let's now take a look at some top 25 games around the nation on another wild day of college football. Now back to your game in Minneapolis. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Minnesota and Wisconsin plays out.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and
might have a chance. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. The give is to Taylor. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really helped.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense will back up and make things a little easier here on 3rd and 4. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Got it. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without... He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. The give to the tailback. Not much room to run. Give him one to the 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Throwing Joseph. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner will be brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. And he's knocked down.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on second and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable third down situation. Good call. So, tough spot to be in second and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. That's caught. It's Johnson. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Taylor has it. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll test the right side. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Power football with the run. Breaks into the open.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
At the 20, he's got space. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He'll try to power it in. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Badgers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Badgers strike right back.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. And the Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab on the shot. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, I know he makes it look easy, but trust me, it's not. For him to run the post route like that and then locate the ball in the air, out-jump a defender on a 50-50 ball, and have the hand strength to reel that one in, that is impressive.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Complete in the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. They're on inside. It's Taylor. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? The give is to Taylor. Ripping through the defense. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Gophers back on top.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey guys, down here on the Wisconsin sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to...
He's got it for a big play. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They move on top here in the 4th. The Badgers strike right back.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Snagged out of the air.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket, so he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Gophers will take their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Taylor has it. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Timeout taken by Minnesota, that's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Got a little grass. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. Timeout called by the Golden Gophers, and that's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Got his man. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. And the Golden Gophers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to throw on first down. Rush is on him. Firing to the right, complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Clock is stopped long enough to move the chains, but they've got to get lined up and spike it, David.
Yes, spike it really quickly. Then you get organized when the clock's not running. Get these next few plays that are going to be critical to determining the outcome of the game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Taylor. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead. The Gophers back on top.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. Joseph. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down.